Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, everybody. BlabberMalt Show, episode 38. We survived the Christmas episode.
You did. I don't know how you did it.
Colors, yeah. Wow.
I survived really easily. I can talk about that later, share my story.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun.
It was a blast. It was great having everybody there. I think everybody had a good time.
Packed house, brother.
Stayed after because we drank some more Christmas ales and busted out some barrel-aged stuff. And yeah, it was a good time.
And I think people even cracked open some of your Christmas ale from years past.
Yeah, they did. I didn't have it on the show because it was okay, but it wasn't great.
I heard it was just more than okay, by the way.
Yeah, I could do better.
You can always do better. That's the whole point of brewing, right? You can always do better.
Yeah.
Hey, so we are on remote location today, obviously.
Yes.
This does not look like Club Radon.
It's not the studio.
No.
It's somewhere different. We've never been here before.
We've never been here before to this location. I've been to the other one. So really excited tonight to show everybody here around. We're in Westlake, Ohio.
We are, Crocker Park.
Crocker Park.
You know where we are?
Anybody guess? Pulpo, right?
Brewing Company. That's
right.
We're going to check out, they got this giant octopus on the wall here. Hey, Matthias, if you had 8 arms, what would you do?
I would hold 4 beers.
Yes.
We're just going to pause on that at this point. How about you?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You know what? We don't want to know.
Yeah.
What would you do with 8 arms? That's a good question for you guys to answer in the comments below. What would you do if you had 8 arms?
Yeah, it doesn't have to involve beer.
It probably shouldn't all the time, but if it does, you have plenty of other extra arms to deal with other things.
Yeah, that's true. Drink 7 beers, take a selfie. I don't know.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
So we're going to drink some beers tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like they have 24 on their tap list. Some are not on, so
I
we'll
think
try
they're
a few.
in the process of switching some out. So I think we both got the IPA. We want to grab that.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is the
This is the number 1, the Nueva IPA.
Oh, I don't know how to get it out of here. All right.
There we go.
So La Nueva IPA, it says 8% double IPA, aromas of tropical fruit, coconut, and citrus with a very low bitterness. So cheers, brother.
Cheers, man. Yes, that is exactly what that says.
It is.
Not very bitter, but I think it's got a little bit of a lime, a little bit of a coconut. Yeah.
Put the lime in the coconut.
Yeah, you put the lime in the coconut.
It's a great, I should probably have done this earlier. I failed to be prepared to go through these on Untapped earlier today because they were not online. I didn't see them.
Oh, okay.
So just kind of getting a glimpse. Not that I use Untapped for ratings. 1.25 tastes like lime and coconut.
Once per episode, Tom. We got to do it.
Got to.
Yeah.
Just lob it up there. I got to knock it out.
So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe this video before we get too far. Share, comment. You know how to use the socials. Find us on the other ones. If you're on Facebook, go to YouTube, go to Spotify, follow us there, and go to the Printify shop and get something nice. And you know what?
It's Christmas.
You called me out on the last episode. You said get hats.
Yeah, I did.
We didn't have hats, but I'm working on some hats now. So I want to ask everybody. They have like they call it the dad cap. It's a cloth, like baseball cap.
Yep.
With the patch on it.
Okay.
And then they have, the trucker hats, like the mesh back trucker hats. So I don't know what people prefer. So
I like trucker hats, but it's really not my call, right? We're gonna leave it up to you guys out
there. Email us or comment, blabbermalt@gmail.com or comment on any of the forums.
So I'm on here on Untapped under Pulpo Beer Company. And this is the El Nuevo. Oh, here it is. So, new school hops, tropical fruit, coconut, and citrus. So it doesn't say what hops are in it.
Specifically?
Oats. No, it's good. I mean, so as we kind of work through this, one of the cool things about Pulpo, kind of the history. We've talked in depth as friends of beer for a long time about the beer scene on the east side.
Yes.
And one of the kind of stalwarts in our area was always Willoughby Brewing Company.
True.
And so if you ever made your way out the east side, you kind of stopped at Willoughby to check out all that they had to offer. And then after that, there was another brewery that opened up in Willoughby, right? They closed. as well.
Yeah.
And so it became a Mexican restaurant. And they kept all the tanks there because it was a beautiful space. And the owners decided to go ahead and brew beer with their family. And instead of creating a name that would kind of fall into the Latin American style of food that they offer around, they went with a whole different brand called Pulpo.
Yeah.
And so that's out in Willoughby.
Out in Willoughby. So that's where they brew.
So they brew out in Willoughby. Yeah. And then they opened up here most recently this little tap room here in Crocker Park.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very eclectic. It's got a cool vibe. And we're going to take you around a little bit. You can check it out.
I think from what I read online and what you can see here is that the goal is to be, I mean, obviously they have some nautical fish fare on the menu, on the walls. They have the octopus. Tropical backgrounds you see behind us is the birds and the
Looks like a tiki bar.
It is a tiki bar.
Yeah.
A Latin American tiki bar. Cerveza and amor.
See.
So.
All right. I'm moving on here to. I got the El Cappuccino.
El Cappuccino.
It's a blonde ale with coffee.
And my next one is the El Generalissimo, which is the Imperial Stout with cherry and dark chocolate and caramel.
Oh, that's on? Oh, no, that's
right here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It comes in flights of 4. These are big flights.
These are 6-ounce pours.
This looks like a 9-ounce pour. This is pretty impressive. Cheers.
Yeah.
How was your coffee?
Cheers. It's good. And you know I love barista blondes, so these coffee blondes and coffee cream ales, right on my alley.
Did you want to try this one?
I do. Here, I'll trade.
It does not taste like a 10.2% beer. I do get some dark chocolates out of that. A little bit of cherry. I kind of
raisin.
Tartness cherry.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, it's actually. I mean, there's nice legs on it. You can see, but it is almost thin.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hot at all.
No,
yeah.
not at all. And this is the.
It's probably gonna be a little washed out after you had that.
That's a solid beer.
Yeah.
It says Colombian coffee and Mexican vanilla beans, peeled right in house.
Yeah.
Not here in Westlake, I'm sure. But
yeah.
In Willoughby.
Speaking of coffee and beer, I just brewed a coffee IPA.
Did you?
Past weekend, yeah.
How'd you do that?
Yeah. It was, it's basically my straight up West Coast IPA recipe. I changed the hops out a little bit to kind of complement the coffee. And I roasted my own beans. I told you I was roasting beans, so I picked a Ugandan green bean that I had in my stock and roasted it full city plus. It's pretty dark, and put about, it was like 3 ounces in the boil in the hop spider in the whirlpool.
Okay.
So picked up a little bit of the coffee, and then I'm going to dry hop it, dry bean it 2 days before I package it, and I just crack the beans in a mortar and pestle. Just crack them, don't grind them, but just to get a little more surface area. So we'll see.
Did you get any color? So that's a question people always ask, right?
Very slight with just 3 ounces and only. I mean, I didn't boil it, so it's like 190, 185 degrees and during the whirlpool, just for 10 minutes. So it probably picked up a little bit, but it's still about that color.
Quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. So this is you mentioned Barista Blonde.
It's very close to Barista.
It is. It does have a little bit of vanilla in it. So I would say it's almost an in between some of those white stouts.
Yes.
And a true Barista Blonde, which is just a coffee blonde. And it kind of ramps it up a little bit. Sweet.
Yeah.
It's brewed. It's a 6.3%.
Yeah.
That's a really good ale. It's clean.
Yeah, I like that.
Crisp.
Yep.
Nice job, Pulpo. Now, when looking at the history of this brewery, it is relatively new. We met them pretty intimately at the Best of Cleveland Awards show night.
Okay.
We were there. We were invited because we won Best of Lorain County. We won Best Brewery on the West Side, and we were Best of the West.
Right.
And we actually were up for Best Brewery in Cleveland, and which was a phenomenal experience a year and a half ago. And we were down at the Rock Hall, and they were there because they were new, and one of their beers had won an award with Best of Cleveland. So they were pouring, and we were just talking, and that night they had a lot of really crazy fun, kind of Latin American fruited style beers, and it was really good experience, and I learned a lot about their company. They are of course they have some Latin American food, and
the menus crazy. You got to check it out. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna get some poke tacos.
Yeah.
I saw it as a menu. I can't pass out poke tacos.
No.
So I'm gonna get that. But we're gonna maybe put the link to the menu below. If not, you can just find it on their website. It's pretty easy to find.
Facebook I think is where they do most of their social media.
Yeah, their food menu is really easy to find.
Pulpo Beer Company. So
we have two links.
They have
one
two links
for the Willoughby.
Yep.
So what they decided to do is when they, just as a family decided to step out of the food realm and open a brewery, was to tap their sister, who's a chemist.
Yes.
And not only the only Latin American owned brewery in Ohio, she is the only female Latin American brewer, I think, in the United States of America.
I believe you. Yeah.
So they smart. So taking that science thing all the way through. So
that definitely helps.
it does.
Definitely helps. All right, I'm going to move on here. I forget. What do I get here? I have this is the Plantain Dunkel.
A Plantain Dunkel.
I saw that name and
where's it
they
at?
haven't yet. Plantain Dunkel, 17 here.
There it is.
A 6%
Banana and clove
Dunkelweizen.
profile with bread, crust, and cocoa malt notes. I went for the I'm gonna butcher the name, I'm sure. Morir Senado. It's a 6% creamsicle hazy pale ale, creamy texture, conditioned with Madagascar vanilla beans and orange zest to mimic orange creamsicle ice cream.
Ooh, yeah. I like everything
Cheers.
about that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So that is strong, fresh vanilla, not overly sweet.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Definitely the orange zest comes through. Try it. It's very zesty.
yeah, that is.
It's not like an
creamsicle
orange
all the
puree.
way. It's like a baby aspirin right there. It's a pharmacist talking.
No, you're right.
Right there.
But I think it's bitter. In a good way. Might be from the zest, but
Might be the zest, yeah. Yeah, that's good.
it's a drinkable beer.
Yeah, that's a summertime drinker right there. While we're
Oh yeah.
talking about beer, check out my Steel Panther Death to All But Metal shirt I picked up.
We have to do this at the same time. Oh my gosh.
We got to talk about the Steel
We
Panther
do.
show
It
once
was
more time.
wonderful.
It was
I
great.
mean, people talk. So when we were what I love about what you've been doing with our show is when you rewatch it, you go back through and pull out a ton of reels.
Dude, I crack up constantly through the whole process. I watch it. Oh man, I crack. Don't want Dan Maines.
That was
When
great.
he's pouring that beer and he's just
shaking like
I
a-
cracked up so hard of that. I got to clip this out. Sorry, Dan.
No, it was great.
Push out there.
So I'm introducing something. Dan's shaking around. Oh, we might as well then take the time to introduce Dan to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. Thanks, Dan, for coming out.
Thanks, Dan.
That was good.
But
Good
the idea
time.
of reels is pretty sweet, right? So reels is the name of the game today. Quick little clips of our shows, and we pick all the good stuff, and it's really neat. So check us out. I see them now when I'm scrolling through Facebook.
Yeah,
I find our reels.
It's fun, because I know everybody doesn't have sometimes we have an hour and a half show. People don't have time to sit through that, but we clip out the kind of the highlights and the low lights for you, if you will, and put them out there. Maybe you go back and watch, get some context about what happened before or after that. So,
I love it, man. You're doing so much work, and I really appreciate it. It comes out really nice.
It's fun, man. It's so it's funny.
This has been a fun journey. We started out trying to make some content, and we had a really good time hanging out together doing that podcast with Billy.
Yeah. Thanks, Billy.
Yeah, thanks, Billy. And then seeing where we progressed has just been a lot of fun. 38 going on forever, man. This is going to be.
We got to think of something because we're coming up on a year, I think, in February. So.
We should do a big blowout
show
somewhere.
ideas?
We should do a party, invite people.
Yes.
I don't know. We're going to post this tonight. I think we're learning now. So people have asked. So we used to record live here on our remote shows.
Yeah.
But then now we're all using iPhones. And so when someone would call us, it would shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out so well.
Or you're trying to go live and the internet gets wonky and you lose some minutes, it gets stuttery, so we just upload it after the fact.
So we just correctly, we upload it right afterwards. And so what we did was Dave has been, so we're all in now, right? We're here to stay. We have the great studio going on down in Club Radon.
Yeah.
And now we have this really cool setup here where we have the mics and we have a gyroscopic 3D AI.
Yeah. It's
kind of tripod.
When we had that episode, when you do like this, when I have the AI enabled, the camera will follow you. However, when it sees you do this, it interprets it as the same thing and it starts following the guy.
Hey, don't worry, I already did the 1.25 joke. It's fine. You missed it.
I see your girls right behind you there.
Hey, Tom and Maria
are
here. So.
Tay-Tay's here.
Oh, see, we're Swifties, baby. So we're Swifties in the house tonight.
You see that I just took your beer. I
love drink away.
Yeah.
So we're here to stay. Going to keep moving in this direction. So I guess the point of the story is that
I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you like it. And
I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I think our viewers love it. We're getting quite a few views now.
Yeah.
And people are starting to hear about the things that are going on. I mean, we were here tonight at Pulpo, and they'd already heard about it. So kind of a fun experience for us to get out and to talk beer, brewing, and all the bull crap. And more emphasis on what you saw last week.
Yeah,
bull crap.
Heavy on the bull crap.
heavy on the bull crap. But I guess what I was trying to say is that we're going to upload it right away. We've learned now with our iPhones what to do. With Dave's account, we had to go back in and change some settings so you could upload more than a minute. Yeah, just taking part of the situation. So you should see it tonight pretty close to about that 8 o'clock time period when we should be finishing a typical time. So good stuff, brother.
Cool. Should we get into this last beer?
We should. How do you not? So we both did the same thing. How do you not come to a space at a brewery and not try their Christmas offering?
I know, especially we're fresh off the, taste buds are primed from the past episode at the Christmas tasting.
Let's do it. I have to tell you though, mine were complete. This is my first Christmas ale in 2 weeks.
So you pronounce that name. I'm going to give that to you.
Teyquerisi.
There we go. Pretty good.
Teyquerisi. Spiced ale, 8.3%. They call it a malty Christmas ale brewed with cinnamon and allspice, inspired by none other than the Coquito.
Yeah.
So cheers.
Cheers, man.
Let's see. I'm a Coquito fan, so let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
That's good, yeah. That's very Coquito-ish. You think lactose for that sweetness?
Well, they brewed really hot.
Yeah, they brewed hot, yeah.
I mean, it does taste like almost like lactose. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying it has that.
Almost has a little bit of a coconut taste to it. Which
some Coquito does.
Coquito, yeah.
Wow. That is unique. Now, I did not try the 16 Christmas ales last week.
I know, you were doing a special thing.
So if you noticed or didn't notice last week when the whole house was trying 16 beers, I did not have any.
I was sitting right there and I didn't notice.
Know, right? One of the things that we talk about, beer brewing and bullcrap is the idea that we love beer so much. You're a brewer, I'm a brewer. I love home brewing, I love beer, I love brewing coffee, I love all of those things. But I've been on a pretty long journey in terms of kind of changing my health and who I am as a human being. And part of that was to really work on anti-inflammation and what that does to my overall well-being. I really felt that I was planning myself over the last probably 3 months to head into a 7-day water fast.
Yeah.
And it just really felt like natural. It was time to do that. And that fell right in the middle of our beer tasting.
Yeah. Well,
and so part of me was like, do I put it off because we've been planning for a long time about this Christmas ale tasting?
Yeah.
Or do I just follow my instincts and really kind of be in tune with my body and go ahead and do the 7-day fast?
Well, when you feel like it's the right time and your mind is set for it, you might as well just do it.
So I did it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got to tell you, the benefits, are phenomenal. I mean, I may try to share that post on our page if people want to see that, or if you ever want to know about what that looked like for me. It was amazing.
So your water and some electrolytes.
Yep.
And any kind of calories at all.
So there's a pervasive study that goes out on what happens when you really work through a process of doing a water fast. And there's a lot of studies that talk about the need for electrolytes.
Right.
And really, Dana White, I posted on my page, Dana White promoted this concept of using he uses some electrolytes out of a bin. I went the old school route and got some medical grade electrolytes to add to my drink, which was just salt and a few other things really. So I had that to water twice a day. Did that for 48 hours, and then I started adding in a really healthy, specific bone broth.
Okay.
Which has less than 50 calories, which is what you need to stay under to be in a fast.
Okay.
And it has 19 grams of protein. That's it.
Okay.
So no carbohydrates, no sugars, no nothing. So
did you make that yourself?
I did not. I did not.
Okay.
No, it was the brand is Fire and Kettle, I believe, and I found it at Walmart of all places. So that's a Dana White find too. So again, 19 grams of protein, 000, less than 50 grams of 50 calories in general. So you're saying that fast protocol, but I was still working out.
Oh yeah.
I have some really good before and after pictures of that. And for me, the idea was not just about losing weight. That was not it at all. I already gone through that 160-pound weight loss and really changed my body through inflammation. But the protocol for me was really getting my body through ketosis, through autography, and really pushing the reset button. And so that went from Sunday to Sunday for me.
Okay.
And I wanted to kind of really also be a champion to say that in the midst of a world where you're working with people, I mean, Christmas season, you're having parties and work ideas, you can do things that are beneficial to you as a human.
Yeah.
In the midst of all that, and have a lot of fun. I had a blast.
Yeah.
During our Christmas ale tasting. And I don't think anybody would have known. It was just a wonderful thing. And so it wasn't deprivation for me. It was really just a thing of beauty. And
so you were on day 2 at that.
Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I was in the end of day 3, and I just started hitting my bone broth that evening and really getting into that ketosis stage and seeing some cell reproduction. And I really felt good that night. And I ended the 7 days hard, strong, and mentally clear. And I'm really thankful for that opportunity.
So what did you have for your? How do you ease back in? I mean, you don't just.
I'm
jump
still
right
easing
in
back in.
You don't just jump to cheeseburgers and fries.
No, not at all. I wanted to prolong this process, right? So I stuck with bone broth, added some more really clean chicken breast to that.
Yeah.
Some really clean carbohydrates. Again, for the purpose of just trying to minimize that, keep my gut the way it was, keep my mind frame moving, keeping that reset button. And now we're on. So Sunday, I ate Sunday and a little bit Monday yesterday. I took the first day in 51 days. I took off from the gym for a full rest day yesterday.
Okay.
I ate 3 meals, very small.
Yeah.
Stuck with bone broth in the day and macadamia nut butter with MTC oil.
Okay.
And tonight I'm partaking in a little bit of beverages because I think I've been waiting for those carbs for a while and I'm excited for that. So holding off on those things.
Get some malt broth tonight.
Malt broth.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at how to do this in a way that is sustainable and healthy. Because these are all beers that are made locally and they're used with local ingredients. We know where they come from, fermented with yeast, and so feel pretty confident that this is going to be a good addition to what we're doing today.
Yeah, I think we should
Health food.
put malt broth down for a
Malt
beer
broth?
name. I don't know.
Malt broth has a whole lot of sugars in it because that's the process, right, of conversion.
Yeah.
So
Well,
can't
once
heat
you
it up
ferment
too much.
out, yeah.
Ferment it out, we'll be good to go. So that's where we're at. I will say, this is an interesting Christmas ale.
It is. I think this would have been in contention had we had it on the show. But, you know, this gets me ready to have some coquito. Right?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And we have a few peeps that will be bringing us cojito here soon. So I'm excited about that process. Now, when we look at the beers here,
I mean, we just scratched the surface, really, of this list.
yeah. Do you want to walk through what's on tap tonight?
Oh, man. Should we go
Just do
style?
this style. Let's go style. The names are intense.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a couple of blonde ales. We have a Mexican lager. I saw a red ale, Italian Pilsner.
Yep.
There's 2 hazies.
Yep.
There's another Mexican lager. A double IPA, an Imperial Stout. What is this? That's another brown ale.
Yep.
Got some coconut in it.
I'm going to try that one.
Red ale.
A funky wit,
Yeah, a wit beer. This Dunkel.
which was really good.
There's a wit with hibiscus flower.
I thought about that one.
They got a seltzer,
An agave seltzer.
a habanero IPA.
A mango habanero IPA, which
Yeah.
I dig. We have one on tap on a
Yeah.
regular basis. It was out tonight,
Yeah,
so I didn't get that one.
I think theirs is out too. It's kind of redded out there. The Cherries Jubilee,
Yep.
blonde ale.
Also out tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
And now they have,
And the Christmas ale and the sour or the creamsicle nitro.
so your wife got that one. Can we ask her how it was?
We can.
Just yell
Nene.
for her.
How was that?
The nitro.
Yeah, let's hit
Oh,
that.
look at this. We're going to make her bring it over to us.
Yeah, come on.
Hi, folks. How we doing?
Is this going to be on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm in the back.
No, we're this way. I mean, maybe a little bit. This is the BlabberMalt Show. So BlabberMalt.
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 Yeah.
So Facebook and YouTube on BlabberMalt.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that. You guys got a killer beard, by the way.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Merry Christmas. And this is the
It's the
Creamsicle.
creamsicle hazy pale ale on nitro. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. They are not afraid to mix it up.
They're not.
Sorry.
I mean, he just chugged it. Back in the day, we had talked about what beers would go better on nitro before we took our nitro tap off at Avon
Yeah.
Brewing. And IPAs were probably about 2017. People were putting a lot of stuff on nitro.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't go that route.
Yeah.
No offense to that beer, but
Yeah.
it was better without nitro. It's
Yeah,
creamier.
it kind of it creams it out and takes
Just
a little edge off.
Edge
the
off. It
bitterness.
was thin.
Yeah.
Really thin.
But you know what? I might inherit. My brother has a nitro tap. I might inherit that because his Keezer gave up the ghost, so he's kind of getting rid of that.
Which is sad because when I
Yeah.
met your brother, he said that his buy-in to brewing with you was cleaning pots,
Yeah.
right, scrubbing containers, and putting your beer on tap at his house.
Yes.
So Mike,
Well, I
Rest
think
in
we're
peace,
gonna.
I'm
we're
sorry.
Gonna, we're gonna get him a jockey box, so you know.
oh, so for event
do
shows,
some
jockey.
events. and
There you
stuff.
go.
Yeah.
Jockey boxes are fine.
They're fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with my flight. These are good. I think we're going to look at trying some more at some point tonight. Eat some food together, hang out. We have some, and I can't wait to get these people back in front of us here soon.
Yes.
We have opportunities coming up. We have holidays are coming, so Merry Christmas to everybody. What do you have in store? Dave's been working on a project.
Yeah, I think probably the 26th, the day after Christmas. We're not going to do a show, but I have a video we're going to release. It's about the process that I went through brewing the Oktoberfest beer. We've talked about it before on the show. So it's about a half-hour show and just kind of documents the homebrew process. And we'll release that for you. And as we move into the 2024, we're reaching out to some guests. We got some cool people lined up. Maybe we'll get
the Pulpo people out here for sure.
Back in.
It's a long drive for them, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Heck, we maybe make a trip out to Willoughby and do a full show.
We could go to their
oh my gosh,
place
that
out
sounds so
there.
fun.
Yeah. I'm working on getting the folks from Homebrew, Ohio, the homebrew shop out in Sandusky. We just got to pick a day, and they have their homebrew shop that's open to the public, and they also have a giant, like 80,000 square foot fulfillment center, e-commerce, everything related to fermentation, not just beer, but they do cheeses and yogurts and wines and anything you can ferment. They handle supplies for that there. So we might get to go take a sneak peek behind the scenes there.
We better.
Yeah, I mean, and it might be 2 different shows, but we got some cool stuff.
I always wondered, how people survived without doing that type of model in today's world.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, having a storefront is one thing, but also having the ability to fulfill online orders is, I would assume, way to go for homebrew spot.
I would think so, yeah. For the long term, and when COVID hit and people couldn't come out physically, a lot of stuff was shipped, and a lot of people were staying home brewing their own homebrew.
Yeah. Or just staying home and ordering online, right? I mean, why? If I can get something delivered in 2 to 3 days, why take a trip all the way out there?
Right.
Unless I need to see someone face to face, which is still really important at times.
I like to wander around and look at the cool new gear out. That's what I like to do.
And then buy all this stuff and bring it home.
Yeah. So we got some cool stuff coming up.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I really do. What was your week? So my weekend was spent kind of finishing up my fast.
Right.
Working through that process. For me, what was your weekend like? Recovering from the show still?
Yeah, recovering from the show. I did a brew day on Saturday, and then we had a Christmas party with our friends. You saw the mayor of Lakewood, Kevin Rapenis, was on our show, and he shouted it out, and I posted that as a reel.
It was a reel.
I'm lucky. I should have scrolled his address on the bottom,
You should
so
have.
a bunch of people showed up. But, so we went to that party. That was a good time. And then Sunday just kind of hung around, clean the house, whatnot. So
Nice. I do got to tell you, though, that I may do a little something. I did save one of all of the beers from our show.
Okay.
Because I'm going to do my own little taste test of our Christmas sales, probably around Christmas.
Cool.
I know. I got to try them because
There's
there's
some smoking jacket on and sit down in front of the fire.
There were so many that I wanted to try.
Yeah.
That couldn't waste the opportunity to try out some of my friends in the industry. I really want to try that the orange cake from Vaughn.
Yeah.
He posted today they have 90 4-packs left.
Wow.
So if you don't have one of those, get out to Bookhouse and grab one of those. It looks fantastic.
Sounds like a lot, but believe me, those
It's
will
not
go
a
quick.
lot.
Those will go
It's
quick.
not a lot.
Yeah.
At all. That's what? 13 cases? That's not much.
It's not much.
It'll be gone in a minute. So check it out. Distribution's all gone. So you probably want to check there at
You
Bookhouse.
gotta go to the site.
Gotta go to Bookhouse.
You gotta go downtown.
So Vaughn hooking you up with that shout out. So hopefully we get to see Vaughn in the next New Year as well.
Definitely. So many places we gotta get to. Just getting started, folks.
Just getting started. Episode 38, and we got a whole lot more to go.
That's right.
We haven't even scratched the surface of breweries in our area.
Oh, no.
I mean, even just in Lorain County, we have a lot of places to hit up too.
Right.
So what I want to do, Dave, is kind of take a trip around this spot and show you. This used to be the old B spot.
Right.
So they have a small little outdoor section. Obviously, it's freezing cold outside here tonight, but quaint little place. Some TVs to right now watching music videos, but I'm sure they can put some television on for you.
Yeah, sporting events, I'll put those on.
The food menu looks fantastic. We're going to delve into that here once we're done filming tonight. And really just to show you around the space. The bartenders
Cool.
really neat. And I love their logo. I
Yeah.
love the tab handles. That pink octopus is just
Yeah.
killer, man.
Yeah, well, let me grab the camera. I'm going to pull back. We'll take a look at this octopus.
Yeah, do
and
that,
then
and
I'll
I'll hop
follow you
out.
around
Yeah,
to the
man.
bar. Look at this guy. Looks a little squinty. I think maybe he's been hitting the THC a little too hard.
Or he's staring you down, like, drink some more beer. So, we're right here on the corner of at Crocker Park. The theater's over here. BlabberMalt Tavern's right beside us here. This is a really neat outdoor space. In the summer, the roll doors come up, and it kind of opens up the whole space to Crocker Park, which, as everybody knows, is a really great space year-round. I personally love the tables. They're these almost like tree rings. Really eclectic, neat little space here. Big TV wall. One of the things that Pulpo likes to do is really they do talk about Ohio, and their logo is the octopus hugging the Ohio logo over here. You see that. And as Dave mentioned before, the tiki-looking bar.
Yeah, it does look like a tiki bar.
For sure it does. We have our favorite people here tonight, Tom and Maria. Come and join us for dinner here in a few minutes. People, you're my favorite person. I saved myself on that one. Favorite person.
Yeah,
right
be careful,
here.
man.
So, whew, quick on that one, right? And this is pretty much it, but we can walk over here. They have a really neat little tap wall. This is what I was saying earlier, their cerveza. And then you can see their tap wall over here, and Dave, you're gonna walk over and get a cool little glimpse of their tap handles. I love the octopus tap handles. And you can see their logo here on the wall, Pulpo Libre. It's the Mexican style lager with the octopus all dressed up. I love that stuff. So they definitely got my attention when it comes to marketing. They do have growlers here for sale. They have glasses for sale. They have hats for sale. Come get a growler fill here in Westlake. So this is it, man. This is Pulpo Beer Company here from Willoughby, Ohio. And great little tap room in the Westlake area. I'm digging the tiki vibe, Dave.
I know, man. I'm getting
Really
strong tiki vibes.
Strong tiki vibes. So we're gonna have some
Yeah.
dinner here soon, right?
We are. We get into that menu.
Poke tacos,
tacos.
baby.
Yeah.
I was gonna show you a menu, but I don't see one here. But guys, we're gonna see you soon. But as always, Merry Christmas. We appreciate all you, and until next time,
Stay malty, Cleveland.